Hi everyone, thanks for tuning into our channel. Today I will be doing an unboxing and review of the Zhiyun SMOOTH Q3 combo. So it's a 3-axis gimbal for smartphone. So just to have a look in here, this costed about $113, bought it at a Best Buy. So in here, inside the package has the gimbal, there's the tripod stand, there's the recharging cable, there's the manual, there's I guess it's a wrist, something to hold onto your gimbal. There's the package as well. So I believe there's an app that you have to install to use this as well. So let's do the opening here. Again, this is supposed to be a 3-axis as opposed to a 1-axis that I got from the Kimic gimbal that I did a review on. So, just opening this up here. Let's see what we have inside the box. Okay, so we open this up here. So we have the carrying case. Actually, it's a nice carrying case. This here. So, as you can see here, this is a nice Q3 smooth carrying case. Hard shell, so it's good for traveling. So let's have a look what's inside. So there's the gimbal itself. Let's have a look at what they have in here. This here is it's a strap. That was what was on there. It's a strap to attach to the gimbal. Over here, this one, I believe, is the recharging cable. So as we can see, it's a USB-C charging cable. What else is in here? This is the manual. So that's the manual here. This is in Chinese, different language. So we have the manual there. What else do we have in here? This is how to redeem online. Scan or visit, tap you need the ZY Cami app as well. So redemption card. So I'll look into that. There is, I guess, just tells you about the protective bag itself, what that is. And just the package for storage here. It's just the do not eat package. Okay, so let's have a look at this. This here is the tripod stand. So as you can see, there's the screw there that just attaches to the base of the gimbal. Okay. And then we have the gimbal itself. So, here's the gimbal. I will have to read the instructions on how to use this thing. And once I've done so, then I can do a testing. So here you can take the base and screw it on. I believe maybe it's easier to close this up and then screw it on. Yeah, it's going on there. So that way, it gives you a handle. So when you record it, it'll be easier. So there's the different mode buttons here, which I'll have to read up on. I'm not too sure what these are, but I will go recharge this up and then we'll test it out. Okay, so I've gone through the manual. I'll show you guys the different functionalities of this. So here, it's gonna come, once you attach this on, you're going to want to know how to set it up. So what you have to do is just loosen this, turn it counterclockwise to loosen it, and then you're gonna pull it up until you hear like a sort of a click, like that, okay? Then just tighten it. And then what you gotta do is, I'll bring it in here, you'll see, there is this little notch here. So that locks one of the arms into place. So what you got to do is just turn it out so that it loosens it up. There, now you can see it swivels. Okay, so that's that. Now when you first start it up, as you'll see here, it'll say, please scan the code to download ZY and activate the product. So there, it will function through an app. So the app will connect through to this, and you'll definitely need the app so that you can use the different functions here. I'll show you as well. So once you have that, as you can see, what you're gonna wanna do is put your phone in here. And the good thing about this is that there's a little notch up here. You'll be able to see it. It's kind of, it doesn't allow the buttons to be pressed right here. So that's good. So it doesn't click off my phone while I'm trying to record it. So just try to balance that. So if that's balanced like that, then what you can do is turn on the power button here at the back, which is the top button. So once you turn that on, you'll see, just hold it for like 2 to 3 seconds, and then you'll see the light go on there. So what I want to do actually is turn that on. Whoops. Turn that, and then I want to go into, this is the app already that you'll see here. So in the top left-hand corner, you press it, allow it while it's using. It's going to connect via Bluetooth. Then you'll see the code there. Then you'll just press connect. And while it's connecting there, that'll allow you to use the different functionalities. And it's going to ask you to allow while it's recording, so that you can use all of the different buttons down here. And then just confirm that. This one is just asking you if you want it on grid mode or off. I don't want that. There's glamour effects, which I don't really care for right now. Okay, so that's what happens there. I'll take you to the different functionalities, what the different buttons will allow here. So what you can see here, there's going to be PF. I'm not sure if you can see that, but there will be PF, L, F, and POV. So the mode, if you click on the modes, they'll switch between different modes. So let's look at the different modes here. Now, if you press each one, let's start with the PF. So here, what the PF will allow you to do is it'll stabilize that way, stabilize if you tilt it forward, okay? And then if you want to go side to side panoramic, that will do it as well. Okay, now if you press the mode next to L, that will be locking it. So what it does is that any way you move it, it locks into a certain place. So I can move it around like this, and it still locks onto my ottoman. So that's what the L does. Now, with the F, what that will do is that kind of loosens that up. If you went up and down like that, it does not lock that in, okay? So you can tilt it up and down, it won't lock that. It will lock going side to side like this though, okay? So that mode, the F mode, will lock this, but will not lock it up and down or side to side. Now what you have next is the POV. So what that does when you press that, and just again, if you want to go back to the prior, just double click and that goes back to the F mode there. So if you go to the POV mode, that unlocks everything. So that won't lock it when you could tilt it forward or back. You could go side to side. And if you went like this, that won't lock either. Now, if you go after the POV mode, that will allow you to use this button here, the joystick. And what the joystick does is that if you press it up, it'll rotate it. If you press the joystick down, rotate it the other direction, okay? Now, if you press it one more time past that, then it goes back to PF mode. Now, there's a function on here, on the towards here, it zooms in. So if you press down, it will zoom in, and if you press up, down, zooms in, press up, zooms out. So now there's a button on the behind here. It's like a trigger button here. So I think if you use that, it'll focus. If you can see there, it'll focus there. So I'm not sure if you're able to see that on there. It's a green square. So it just helps to focus on a certain area there. So that locks it into place and it focuses. So it puts it back on the L mode. And again, if you want to go out of that, then I believe you just you could click the X, and then you could switch out of that. So that's the different functionalities of that. It's pretty cool. So I'm going to go outside and test this and see how smooth and stable it is. So this is a black view camera, and honestly, there's really no stability on the camera itself. So I'm going to use this this Zhiyun gimbal to see when I'm walking and when I'm running to see how good it is. Okay, so let's go outside and test this out. Okay, so I'm going to try using the gimbal now. So I have it on PF mode, and I'm going to just start walking and see how smooth, and we can compare this. Just holding it in my hand, and I could see right now, it seems pretty stable. This is a pretty good test because, like I said, the black view camera does not have any good stability in it compared to like an iPhone or anything like that. So this is me just walking around, looking at it. And then we can compare this to what happens when I run as well. Okay, so I'm out by a nearby schoolyard. I am just going to walk holding the camera in my hand so as to compare. I'm trying to hold it as still as I can as I'm walking. As I can tell right now, there's a lot of bumps to it. It's, like I said, it's a black view. This has really no stability in it. So this is going to be a pretty good test. So that is that. I'm going to go back to the starting point and run. and we'll compare that as well. Okay, so I'm back at the starting point. This one, I'm holding the cell phone in my hand and running. So let's go have a jog. I'm trying to keep it as still as possible, but that's not, I can tell right now, it's going to be very, very bumpy. So this is me just jogging here. All right. So then we can compare that to the 3-axis gimbal. All right, now I'm back in the original spot. I'm going to try doing a nice light jog and see how the gimbal fares up. So here I go. I'm interested to see how afterwards, when you play it on the TV, how stable that is. So that was the comparison between using the Zhiyun Q3 3-axis gimbal versus just holding it in my hand, walking and running. What are your thoughts? I thought that using this was a whole lot better and smooth, but I'd like to know what you think. Put in the comment section. I hope you like this video, and I hope you can subscribe to our channel. Click that like button and that bell notification icon so that you're always up to date on our newest food product and travel videos. Until next time, take care.